Did you know that New York is home to the oldest continuously inhabited house in the entire city? Welcome to my channel. Today we are exploring the history of architecture in New York. 1. Colonial era, 1624 to 1783, 1624 to 1664. New York's earliest European settlers were the Dutch who colonized the area in 1624. Their simple, practical structures featured steep roofs and small windows. A great example is the Wyckoff House in Brooklyn, which was built around 1652 and is the oldest surviving building in New York City. British Colonial, 1664 to 1783. After the English took over the colony in 1664, they brought with them their love of Georgian-style brick and stone buildings. St. Paul's Chapel, built in 1766, is one of the oldest churches in Manhattan, and a beautiful example of this style. 2. Federal and Early Republic, 1783-83 and 30s. This period saw the rise of grand buildings inspired by classical Roman and Greek architecture. The finest example is City Hall, built in 1812. The building's federal style is a mix of Georgian architecture and contemporary American design, and it incorporates elements of French Renaissance architecture as well. Other notable buildings from this time include the many federal-style row houses you can find in neighborhoods like Brooklyn Heights. 3. Greek Revival and Gothic Revival, 1830s, Greek Revival. The most prominent feature of Greek Revival architecture is the grand columns and The Federal Hall National Memorial is a great example. Built in 1842, it was designed to look like a Greek temple. Gothic Revival. This style is characterized by pointed arches and intricate details. Trinity Church is a stunning example of Gothic Revival architecture. Built in 1846, it was once the tallest building in New York City. 4. Industrial Boom and Gilded Age, 1870s. Innovative style originated in Soho and featured prefabricated facades for commercial lofts. The E.V. Howe building is an excellent example. Built in 1857, it was the first building in New York to use cast iron columns. This grandiose style is all about opulence and ornamentation. Some of New York's most iconic buildings were built in the Beaux-Arts style, including Grand Central Terminal, built in 1913, and the New York Public Library, built in 1911. Early skyscrapers. The Flatiron Building is a prime example of early skyscraper design. Built in 1902, it was the first building in New York to use steel frame construction. The Woolworth Building, built in 1913, is a neo-Gothic skyscraper often referred to as the Cathedral of Commerce. 5. Art Deco and Modernism, 1920s, 1940s Art Deco. The Chrysler Building in the Empire State Building are iconic examples of Art Deco architecture with their sleek, geometric designs. International style. The Seagram Building, built in 1958, the principles of the international style with its glass and steel curtain wall. It was the first modern skyscraper in New York and set the standard for corporate towers around the world. Mies van der Rohe was the architect. 6. Post-war and late modernism, 1950s, 1970s. Brutalism. This style is known for its raw concrete aesthetic. A great example is the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Temple of Denderwing, built in 1978. Public projects. The 1960s saw the construction of several important public projects, including Lincoln Center and the 1973 World Trade Center. The latter was designed by 7. Postmodern and contemporary, 1980s Prism. Postmodernism. The AT&T Building, now known as 550 Madison, is a great example of postmodern architecture. Designed by Philip Johnson in 1984, the building's playful eclecticism is typical of the style. Sustainable in height. One World Trade Center, built in 2014, is the tallest building in New York and the Western Hemisphere. The building is LEED certified, making it one of the greenest skyscrapers in the world. The Vessel, built in 2019, is a unique interactive structure designed by Thomas Heatherwick. At 25 stories tall, it's become an Instagram hotspot. Superdole Skyscrapers. 432 Park Avenue, completed in 2016, is a 96-story residential skyscraper. Its minimalist luxury design has made it one of the most expensive buildings in the world. Central Park Tower, completed in 2020, is the world's tallest residential building with 95 stories. Influential architects. Stanford White, one of the leading architects of the Beaux-Arts movement, designed some of New York's most important buildings, including Madison Square Garden. Frank Lloyd Wright, the renowned architect behind Falling Water, designed the Guggenheim Museum in 19... IMPI, the architect behind the Louvre Pyramid, designed the Jacob K. Javits Convention Center. Bjarke Ingels, the young Danish architect behind the Via 57 West Residential Tower, has been called the new kid on the block. His firm's most famous project in New York is a 40-story residential tower with a giant notch cut out of the middle of the building. This tour has been your host. Subscribe for more videos.